How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the show. Let me know how we're coming. Hopefully, we're coming in loud and clear. You guys can hear my silky, buttery voice. If not, we can turn it up a little bit. We want to make sure you get the full effect. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host with the locks that rocks, your favorite sideboard to die for. This is Surviving Rocklahoma, Rocklahoma's official podcast. And we are coming at you live this Monday. I am so glad to see everybody in the comments. Look at you guys already chiming in. I'm doing my best to keep up. This is going to be a crazy show because, you know what? We've already qualified for one giveaway and you haven't even done anything yet. That's how awesome of a show we're going to have tonight, man. And I'm sorry, kiddos. You might have to call the kids and tell them, hey, you guys are going to have to wait because mom and dad's gonna be busy. This show might very well run long, and I know some folks that are always down for that. We got some great prizes. We're gonna have some milestone prizes to give away, one of which has already been qualified for. You don't even know what you've done yet, and you've already got it. So we are about to let you all know what all you're going to be winning a little bit later on the show. I've got a couple of prize swag bags from a couple of camps who have been wanting to get in on the giveaways. I see you all here in the comments. One moment. What is up, Darren Pilkington? Huge props to my man, Darren, for whom, without which this year, if I didn't have him, the map would not have gotten done. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. Darren has been the man. He has carried the Rocklahoma Olympic torch of the map for the last couple of months, the last year, and he has been an integral part of the team. I am so glad for him. Thank you all. Thank you, Darren, for everything you do. You guys see Darren Pilkington, make sure you tell him thank you and throw him a beer or something within reason. No, and don't throw a beer at him unless, he sees it coming. Yeah, that could happen. So, sweet, I figured out how to cast this to my TV. Awesome, Josh. We are big in the full effect. Coming at you in HD. Well, 720, that still counts. Alrighty, folks, I tell you what, we've got a guest joining us around 9:30, so we need to go ahead and get through the show. And I gotta tell you, we gotta pay some bills to stay live, stay a production of this epic value. First up, I want to give a shout out to At Your Service Rentals, who will be rocking the Roadhouse stage inside, or the DEB concert stage inside the Roadhouse over at Rocklahoma in Pryor, Oklahoma, Labor Day weekend. He's got some amazing bands that are going to be gracing his stage, including a couple of locals. I know Dime Store Riot and Eyebolt, amongst others, are so happy to be playing on that stage and rocking our faces off. Eyebolt will be kicking off the pre-party that Thursday on the DEB concert stage inside of the Roadhouse. I also want to give a huge shout out to the people that keeps you not being like that guy. That's right. He didn't call At Your Service, but you know what? You can. And there's still time to get your portable restrooms reserved. Go to the website, aysrentals.com. From there, you can reserve your own portable restroom at Rocklahoma or Born and Raised, or hell, do what I'm doing and get them for both. I mean, once you squat in the confidence and you're not having to share a porta potty with all the friends around you after they party, it is well worth the money. And I get the feeling it's going to be hot, so make sure that you get those swimming pools too. You can have your own swimming pool at your campsite to kick back, relax, beat the heat, enjoy that nice cool weather, especially in the evening time or at night after the festival when your feet are hurting and you're just Oh, you're needing to rally. Go to your swimming pool, courtesy of At Your Service Rental. Stick your feet in there and just vibe with your friends for an hour, and you will be ready to go and conquer the night. Also, want to give a huge, give some thanks to Rockavet. Now, Rockavet has been doing some amazing things lately, but they've been doing this stuff for years, folks. They have been the folks that have allowed us to give back and allow us to, as a civilian, I'm able to reward veterans and give back to the folks who put the life on the line for the country. Excuse me, the comments are scrolling fast. I will say, guys, they have given away over 80 passes to Rocklahoma and Born and Raised and other music festivals since their inception. This is a non-profit group born from the Rocklahoma campgrounds, and my man Jason has done some amazing work with this project. He has also recruited on a whole host of representatives and veterans and civilians alike who help give back and help this organization run. I want to give a huge props to Christian and Black Pearls Heath and Greg and all of the other folks in Rockavet who have been we've linked up with and done some amazing things. I also got to give a shout out. There is Christian. Now, Christian gave me a gift a while back, and this thing is absolutely beautiful. Now, I'm not, as you all know, this will be our 10th year doing Camp Mardi Gras, our annual after party masquerade. And he was doing some artwork, and he said that this came out very Mardi Gras. Let me see if I can fix this light for you so you don't have the glare. But yeah, this amazing piece was done for me, courtesy of Christian Hopkins. Thank you so much. It is very much Mardi Gras, and this will be going on my wall. I absolutely love art, and I absolutely love people who send stuff into the Rock Box. Remember, folks, if you'd like to send something to the Rock Box, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. If you would like to send something, you can shoot me an email, and I'll shoot you my address, and you can do that. So they have also been putting together tonight's giveaways, or milestones, and that's already 2 folks that you all have qualified. And I want to thank Jason and all the crew at Rockavet for helping us put together these milestone prizes. We are going to be giving away a swag bag. You know what? We're going to give away right now, and we haven't even done anything. The show hasn't even started, and we're already giving prizes. Folks, for 50 live viewers, thank you so much to Camp Drunk and Irish. I've got a swag bag going to the 5th person who uses the hashtag Drunk and Irish. 5th person that comes across my stream will win a swag bag courtesy of Drunk and Irish. I see one. Woo, here they go. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, look at, okay, I got to pause here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Congratulations, Jenna O'Daniel. Jenna O'Daniel. Paige will be getting with you to let you know how you can win, or excuse me, how you can redeem your swag bag. Thank you so much once again to Drunken Irish for Jenna. That's what a perfect name for that too. Oh man, see, you can't write that stuff. Irony. I keep wanting to say Irish now. We've also got another prize that you guys have qualified. Thank you again to Rockavet for putting this together. And Rockavet also donated the uh, next prize for 75 live viewers. We have a Rockavet t-shirt that we're going to be giving away. So that's already, we've hit that, folks. Let me get another sponsor out real quick, and then we're going to give this away, okay? Also, folks, we want to give a thanks to the Rocklahoma bitches. Christy and Kendra are staples of the local music scene. You find them at just about any local music event. They're also just beautiful people and wonderful aura about them, and they just love to keep the party going. So we are so glad to have the support of the Rocklahoma bitches, aka the Redneck Bitches, and they have donated one of the guitars that we are going to be giving the winner of the Rocklahoma Campground Scavenger Hunt. I want to give a huge props to not only the Rocklahoma Flamingo, but Rocklahoma's George Washington as well. Justin, you have done some amazing work with that scavenger hunt, and we are so proud to be part of the grand prize for that, which will be a guitar signed by various Rocklahoma artists. We gave those two away last year. A Rocklahoma veteran won that one, as well as a Rocklahoma first timer one. So it could not be more perfect, and I can't wait to see who wins this year's Rocklahoma scavenger hunt. One of those guitars, of course, being donated by the Rocklahoma bitches. Also want to give a huge shout out to Photography by Angel Lee, bringing stunning images of all of the music festivals we've been covering for the last 2 or 3 years. We picked her up back in Oklahoma, or at Rocklahoma, and we've toured the country twice, making 2 trips to Florida, first for Rock Island, second for Welcome to Rockville, and we are coming back for yet another year, folks. And this is another year that she will be joining me in the media tent. We will be getting great work for you folks. So I wanted to give a special thanks, and a special thanks to Photography by Angel Lee. Also want to get a shout out to the Big Old Bus, bringing you a busload of debauchery to a musical festival near you. First up is Rocklahoma, Labor Day weekend. They will be bringing a massive party that you cannot miss, and it's just got all of the things that a grown person would just want to see anytime they go out to a party where they want to just see the most amazing stuff that you don't get to see in everyday civilian life. You can find them in between the VIP and GA campgrounds. Once again, that is the Big Old Bus. Look at you folks. We're already at 100 live viewers. Good job, you folks. I see you in the comments. You all are amazing. You just qualified for another prizes. So I'm already behind. I've got 2 prizes I've got to give away. So I tell you what, folks, we're going to get into that here in a little bit. But first, I just want to also thank Metalcore Clothing, who has produced a couple of shirt designs for us. You can get those shirts by emailing survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. I'll get your shirt size and send you a link to where you can pay for your shirt, and then we can send it to you. I can either mail it, or you can pick up at Rocklahoma. Now here's the thing, not only just me, folks, this goes for everybody. We cannot do business on Rocklahoma property or grounds or any of that other stuff. So if you are selling stuff, if you are selling services, if you're doing all of that, you can't be conducting business out there. So it's probably, I'm pretty sure it's a totally different thing. If you get all of your money done ahead of time and you're just picking stuff up, then that's a totally different thing. But we are not to be doing commerce out in the campgrounds. Also went to, yeah. So I tell you what, I'm parched. I'm getting tongue tied. I need a drink. And Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits are the folks who sell the suds that keep me sauced. And traditionally, I crack open a new beer to sample and let you all know how it goes. But you know what? He also sells wines and spirits, and I'm in a celebrating mood. You know, we've already got broke 110 live viewers. We are giving away a ton of stuff this episode. So you know what? I'm gonna go a little wine, or in my case, port, which is a good, just one of my favorites. And he sells Taylor Flodgate at Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits, and it's strong, folks. I mean, it's how moonshiners do Kool-Aid. I'm a proud Native American, but those few chest hairs I do get, it's because I drink this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and pour myself a glass and invite you guys to go ahead and get your drinks or whatever it is you're going to be toasting with me with. And on behalf of Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits, cheers. So, last time I went to Branson, me and my wife, we went to a wine tasting place up there, and we had some amazing wines. We had some different kinds. Now, she always likes the sweet stuff. I'm more versatile, but none of the wines really touched port. Now, port to me it has more of a full body flavor, but it also is I don't want to say denser, but I don't know. It's thicker as a liquid, I guess you could say. But what I really love about this Taylor Flodgate is they use pecans in the production. So you get that really, really, really strong alcohol wine taste, but then you also get a pecan finish. So you inhale the alcohol, and then you taste the pecans. Absolutely delicious stuff. You guys have got to try Taylor Flodgate. You can get it at Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits. Make sure that you are stocking up on your booze, your hooch, and everything in between for Rocklahoma, and get your orders in early, get them in now, to make sure that he's got what you need in time for the festival. I don't know how that goes for him, but I do know he was taking orders for folks who needed to get their favorite liquors. So if he don't stock it, I guarantee you he can get it. All right. All right. I do see that the fun is already starting in the comments. Let's give a prize away, y'all. We are already getting close to bringing on our special guest. Now, let me see. We've already cracked 110 live viewers, which means we have unlocked a Rockavet t-shirt. So do me a favor, if you would like to win a Rockavet t-shirt, remember, any prizes that you win on Surviving Rocklahoma, let's just keep them easy, non-transferable. Enter if you want to win it, because there's a lot of folks that are going to drop the hashtag Rockavet right now, and they want to win. So if you don't want to win, just enjoy the show. If you do want to win, hashtag Rockavet. I'm going to pick the 10th person who hashtags Rockavet. So as it comes through my feed, and you can see what I see coming right there across my screen. So give me one, folks. I see the hashtags already going. 1, 2. Woo! Look at you guys. Stream chat. Dadgum. My screen is flooding. You've broken the internet. I don't think it goes up that far. All right. Jason, can you do me a favor? I see you in the comments. Jason, can you do me a favor? Look in the comments and pick the 10th name as it came across your stream. If you just hit, all comments and pick me a winner, because wow, I did not expect it to fly by that fast. You all blew up. We're gonna have to go back to WooBox, man. So what we're giving away right now for getting 75 live viewers, we're giving away a Rockavet t-shirt, one of our proud sponsors and the folks who believes that music is medicine. And he is going to backtrack and pick me a winner because, man, my comments locked up. And I'm going to have to stall for a little bit. I've still got another prize to give away, folks. I mean, we've cracked 100 live viewers. And so we also need to give away a challenge coin for 100 live viewers. Now, at 115 live viewers, we are going to give a swag bag from Camp for Shots. No, that's not the name, but I'm kind of censoring it a little bit. I don't want to get interrupted on Facebook, but you can see them in the comments. Camp for Shots is going to be giving away a $50 gift card towards merch. That's awesome. Or no, not a gift card. Excuse me. $50. $50 towards merch. That's at 115 live viewers, courtesy of Camp for Shots. Again, folks, I can't say that word live on the air. I don't want to get cut off. Jason, did you find me a viewer, the 10th person to hit that? If not, I can have Angel do it and shoot me a DM. I tell you what, while we are finding our winners, I am going to go ahead and play bring him in for another prize. Was it Fallon? All right, congratulations, Fallon. Fallon, you've won a Rockavet t-shirt. Thank you, Christian, for the heads up. Thank you. Fallon, congratulations. You have won a Rockavet t-shirt. All right, I tell you what, one more. Let's give something else another Rockavet prize away for us accomplishing and maintaining over 100 live viewers, folks. We are going to be giving away one of those beautiful challenge coins. I have mine put up safely in my wallet. But if you don't know what a challenge coin is, anybody who's in the military or in service, they can tell you what these things are. They for somebody who has served, for somebody who has been through missions and other things, these challenge coins are a way to commemorate that experience. And it's something that's very sacred to our men and women in service. So this is an amazing gift for any veteran or service person that have understands the way those challenge coins work. And this is something that's very unique that I haven't seen anyone else do. And we're going to do hashtag 22 a day. Hashtag 22 a day. Christian, pick me the 5th person to correctly use hashtag 22 a day, and let me know. Send me a DM, Christian, so I can make sure I see it. I can't keep up with the... Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I got it, Christian. Hashtag 22 a day. Please follow our good friends at Rock Event. They have all the details on what 22 a day matters and why it's such a big deal, and it's something that they are bringing awareness to. Alrighty. While we are doing that, let's go ahead and start getting ready for our special guest who will be joining us any moment. We are also going to be featuring a musical number from one of our artists. Sorry, I got too many things going at once. There we go. Was she? Oh my gosh. Confirm that one for me. Yeah, like I said, we have to, everybody's is different, and that's why I had Christian go off of what was on his list, because everyone's populate's different. That's also what helps us be random, because so that's just the way it is. I would use our usual woo box, but the fact is we've got over 100 live viewers, so woo box can't keep up with it. So that's why we did it. So not everybody's is going to come in on at the same time, and so I was just going off of his live stream as it came up for him. It's like sticking his hand in the hat, and he picked Nick Kaufman. Nick Kaufman was the name that Christian picked out of the hat, counted to the 5th person to pop up in his live stream, as was the case here. So congratulations, you have won a challenge coin. Now we are one viewer away. At 115, we are going to draw another name for a swag bag. This time the swag bag was donated by Camp for shots. You can look in the comments for the real name. I just can't say it on the air. I don't know if I can or can't. I'll have to ask this next guy. But he's going to be joining me here in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, before I bring in our next guest, I want to play a video for you guys. This here is one of your Rocklahoma lineup performers. Here is Austin Meade.
Used to think the world was going to end, die with a hole inside my chest. Wonder sometimes, and I wish I could lie through my teeth just like the rest. Front row seat to my misery, got me feeling like your best friend only on the weekend. Settle for the temporary lover, got me losing all of my friends, jumping off the deep end just to be your insignificant other. Do you want me to be a future memory? Don't care if it kills me, I'm your insignificant other.
righty, folks. Thank you with the little twist at the end. I hit the wrong button. But you know what? It wouldn't be live without some glitches like that. That was Austin Meade. You can catch him at Rocklahoma this year. You know, we've got a special guest joining us. If you live in the Oklahoma City area or you're just familiar with the rock music scene here in Oklahoma, you are going to be familiar with my guest tonight. Joining us from Oklahoma City's The Katt, Jay Ramone. What is up, buddy?
How's it going, Adam? I'm doing great, man. How are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing fantastic, brother. Let me I want to pay my appreciation for everything you do, keeping music alive and just being such entertaining and I always get a positive energy whenever you're on the radio talking about music.
I appreciate that. I've done it for 20 years now, and every station I've worked for, I've made it a point to play Oklahoma artists, even when I was instructed not to. I did it anyway. And so it's something I've been very passionate about for 20 years. Not only that, I think we have some incredibly talented musicians from the state of Oklahoma. I know you know because you go to the Shrine all the time. That's a venue where I cut my teeth when I was in a band. And so this is something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy giving these artists an opportunity when a lot of other people aren't going to give them that opportunity. I love what you do, giving artists the same opportunity. You know, we're cut from the same cloth, man. You know, the goal is the same.
That's just that's so humbling to say, of you to say, and it's just so weird as somebody who just kind of put this together on the fly, just aspiring to be like the people I listen to every day. I wasn't fortunate enough to get hired by a radio station, but I figured, you know what, if I ain't gonna get hired, I'll just do it myself. Can you tell me a little bit about, you mentioned being a musician. Can you tell me about seeing things from both sides, the radio side and being a musician side?
Absolutely. I started out in college radio at Rogers State University in Claremore and did that for several years. And then I just one of my roommates and a fellow DJ, we decided to start a band called Hot Rod Bob. And we got to play a bunch of shows, opening up for a bunch of big artists. Murphy's Law, Velvet Revolver, Shinedown, you know, the list goes on and on. And from those experiences and getting to play Edgefest in Tulsa with Velvet Revolver and Shinedown, that's what opened the door for me to get into radio. How I marketed that show as a band, putting up flyers and posters and hustling, is what led the program director, Corbin, to come to me and go, I want you to work for me. And that's kind of how it all began professionally for me outside of college.
Oh my gosh, it's just such a small world. Edgefest is pretty much Edgefest 97 was my first concert I ever went to. And that's when I got bit by the bug. And
Now, who was the headliner on 97? Was that was Reverend Horton Heat on that one, and Limp Bizkit, and
yes, Helmet, I think was the headliner. Oddly enough, because I hadn't really heard much of Helmet, but it was Limp Bizkit. What I knew of them, this was like their third time performing on like a festival
they
stage.
Were brand new band, and they played early.
Yeah, and Sugar Ray and Smash Mouth were also on that same bill.
Right.
And then just within a couple of years, boom, they're like everywhere, household names. And it's just, I just love that about music, because you go in and you hear it pure, you hear the way they play it, and then it gets big, and you just see where that kind of talent and passion and dedication can take you.
And that's why I love festivals. Festivals give you all of these new bands all at once that a lot of times you're not going to get to see all at one time. You would have to spread that out over a year, whereas you can expose yourself to new music, new genres, new bands that you've never heard of, and you may become a giant fan.
And you know, that's for me in 2013, whenever I attended Rocklahoma for the first time, that was one of my favorite things, was the eclectic mix, because rock and roll's as a genre is not just, a four-piece band and playing hard and heavy. It's there's different variations of it, anything from southern rock, new metal, old metal, glam metal. There's so many variations in there, and so, but it's still so different from any other genre. So I love festivals like Rocklahoma, because you get exposed, and a well-rounded exposure to what this form of music can be.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
So, Jay, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show and visiting with us. And, before I forget, I get sidetracked on the squirrel that is our passion for music as music enthusiasts. You've been linked up by some good friends of mine who I am so happy to work with, and I've gushed as to them as sponsors. But they've got a mission for you. Can you tell me a little bit about your mission on behalf of Rockavet today?
I can, but I want to talk about how I met Jason and got connected with him for the very first time. And I can't remember how many years ago it was. It was before COVID, but it was either the Thursday or the Friday. I think it was the Friday of Rocklahoma. And I'm packing everything up at the radio station to leave. And the front desk receptionist stops me and she says, "Hey, we have all of these Rocklahoma passes that haven't been picked up." And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" She says, "We've got, 5 or 6 pair of wristbands that are weekend passes that haven't been picked up." And so I told her to pull the list of names and to call them and to find out if they were coming to get them. And so by the time I get done packing up, she says, "Here are the ones who says they're not going." And I got to think, I was like, how are they not going to take advantage of this 3-day pass and go enjoy it? But I didn't want them to go to waste. And I also didn't want them to be resold. And so I thought, you know what, I'll reach out to this guy. So I reached out to Jason and I said, "Hey, we have some extra wristbands. Don't want them to go to waste. Want to make sure they get used properly. Could you use them?" And he said, "Absolutely." And so that's kind of where we met. And I think we've only actually met in person that one time, but we've chatted every year leading up to Rocklahoma, because we can't really remember who we talk to or who we meet while we're at Rocklahoma. We're not responsible for that. But yeah, he reached out to me this week and said, "Hey, would you be willing to come on Surviving Rocklahoma?" And I was like, "Absolutely. I'd love to jump on with Adam." So I first of all want to say congratulations to all of the veterans who win these passes. Thank you for your service, and hopefully you enjoy a great weekend of music. But also one thing that obviously Adam said earlier, and Jason always says, music is medicine, and they couldn't be any more correct. If there is anything that helps you heal more than anything, it is live music. So enjoy the show. Thank you for your service. These 3 people are getting 1 3-day GA pass to enjoy some live music at Rocklahoma, courtesy of Rockavet. Nolan Ma is the very first winner.
Let's give him a studio audience. Here we go. There
Tracy
you go.
Sanders and Jerry Sanders are going to Rocklahoma, courtesy of Rockavet. And,
what was that
Jason
second name one more time?
Jerry Sanders.
There you go. Congratulations, our winners. I'm sorry to interrupt. Want to make sure we get our names right. There you go, bud.
I just want to say thank you to you, obviously, for letting me come on your show. It's a huge honor. I watch when I can, but I watch you at Rocklahoma every year, and I watch your content and see what you're doing and watching you grow. I'm proud of you, man. You're doing big things. I'm just trying to keep up.
Oh my gosh, dude, you're so gonna make me cry. It's honestly, I mean, coming from an industry professional and as somebody, and I know a lot of musicians find themselves in this same place where they see some folks doing the things they want to do. They want to perform. They want to be on that stage. Me, I wanted to be working with the bands and bringing people in, and
You're
to
doing it, man.
have folks like yourself. We just want to be legit. We just want to do our thing, and being able to call you guys a colleague and friends, and thank you so much for being a so open and approachable out there. And it's so awesome to meet other DJs and radio personalities such as yourself.
It's a giant family back there on Media Row. We've all become great friends over the years. It's not this crazy competition like people think it is. We're all homies. We all break bread together and cheers together and have a good time and all seek out the common goal of enjoying some live music.
Absolutely. And I want to join in on that note as well. And I just want to say how excited I am to see all of my friends back in the media area this year. And I want to thank Danny Wimmer Presents for allowing us folks who have been doing media and covering this festival for so long to continue doing what we're doing. I know that they're coming in and they've got a well-oiled machine, but they've also taken a step back and allowed us to keep doing what we're doing, and then they're going to work around that and work with that. So I very much
I'll say
appreciate
this
that.
on my end from the radio perspective, they've been awesome to deal with. They've been easy to communicate with. You know, when it came down to the lineups being announced, to Radio Row, to kind of everything. You know, I know we were all kind of nervous because new people are coming in, but they've been very easy to deal with, very accommodating. It's going to be a great year at Rocklahoma.
I feel like it too. And Jay, I've talked a little bit about it this year, and this year's lineup was a lineup that came very much, homegrown, in-house. This is what, in a lot of respects, this is Sharon and Dave's baby this year. Now that Danny Wimmer Presents is coming in this year and seeing how they're doing it, and then going to be showing their influence next year. Do you have any predictions or any wish lists for our lineup for next year, 2025?
Man, I don't think there was any performance that was more emotional for me than Pantera. I mean, I I cried, I smiled, I sang along. You know, I never got to see Pantera live, and so I've seen every side project from Down to Superjoint Ritual to Hell Yeah. You know, I've seen it all. Never got to see Pantera, and so that was something that was very, very emotional for me. I'm excited to see what's in store. When you look at the other Danny Wimmer festivals, you went to one earlier this year, didn't you?
I went to Welcome to Rockville this year, yes, with
And
photography
so,
by Angel Lee.
and so you know what other festivals are like outside of Oklahoma. You know, the lineups are very different depending on the venue and how it's laid out. And so I think Rocklahoma is a good mix of both worlds, where you do have some reserved seating and VIPs who want to stay at the main stage, or you have an open area at the second stage where people can mosh a little bit and get a little crazy if they want to.
And I think that's unique. I know it can chomp on some folks' nerves, but other folks who are happy to pay a little couple extra bucks to have a seat that they don't have to fight for, and they don't have to mash elbows with or worry about all that stuff,
Well,
especially on the
it's
marathon
accommodating
of
for
the weekend.
everybody.
Yeah.
It's accommodating for everybody. You have the
Hmm.
best of both worlds that way. I know that I really, really enjoyed seeing Cypress Hill. That was the first time I'd seen Cypress Hill in 15 plus years. So that was amazing. Uh, I'm excited to see Lamb of God and Mastodon. That's going to be awesome. Um, the second time I saw Lamb of God was at CBGB's on Halloween night in 2002.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I was that, and that's the other part for me is as a metal lover, and even some of the OGs, like the original, forefathers of thrash metal and all different forms of sub metals. Even if you're not into it, you get to witness the performance and the experience. I've had my metal card threatened many a time because I had admitted that I hadn't been bit by the Pantera bug, but then you see it and you respect the influence. Same goes for like all the countless names we've seen come through Rocklahoma, Motley Crue, Ozzy didn't make it because he threw a rod that year, but Slipknot, and as you said, Lamb of God, Mastodon, all of them. Do you have any performances that will always be your favorite Rocklahoma moment?
That Pantera one is pretty special. That's a pretty big deal, and that's the second time I got to see him on that run. I went to Metallica at Jerry World and saw it, and it was a little bit of a shorter set. So the Rocklahoma one was way more impactful to me. It's hard to say. Cypress Hill was definitely one of those for me. I thought they just brought the place down. Bad Omens on the second stage when it was 100+ degrees and he's in all black, all the way down to his wrists, and he's got the mask on, just crushing performance. That was absolutely incredible. But one that is on my wish list would be the Misfits original lineup. They've played all the other festivals. I'd like to see him come to Rocklahoma.
I agree, and I know at least three people in the comments right now that are just, you made their day. They're just squirming in their chair when you
I
said
got to see it
Misfits.
at the I got to see it at the Forum in LA. Just happened to be there, and tickets got released on StubHub the day of the show, and went, and it was absolutely incredible. Blew my mind. I'd seen the Misfits probably 6 times before that. My old band got to play with them at the Canes, but that was not the original lineup. This
Right.
was totally different,
Yeah.
and I never thought I'd get to see it in my lifetime, and it blew me away, and I'd love to see it again.
That's the stuff that just make you a metalhead forever and make you just reignites that passion for it. Jay, I think we could probably talk for hours doing this, especially having similar stances in what we do for the music environment, music world. But I've also learned a lot about other DJs and the folks that I get to know that I've grown up listening to on the radio, and I've, as honing my craft, listened to see how they do things. And I've learned that things are a lot different for the folks as we know them. You guys are a lot more independent and hustlers as you tend to be. Can you tell me what kind of projects you've got going on and what you're working on?
I'm always down to plug my projects, so thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to do so. Hustling is what's gotten me this far in this business, so it's something I'm no stranger to. On top of the Katt stuff, which is a passion project for me, the Katt's local talent show every Sunday night, 9 o'clock, 2 hours of all Oklahoma music. And I really enjoy doing that show and carrying that torch from the previous hosts who did a great job with Turbo and Brad Reed and Zubek, who started it all for us years ago. I'm just the one who gets to push the buttons these days, but I'm glad to do so. I also produce several podcasts. I have the J. Ramone podcast, which is on platforms everywhere, and we just launched the YouTube channel. And then I also co-host and produce the Here's the Deal podcast, the Max Baker Jr. story. And we're roughly 125 episodes deep, and that is the autobiographical life story of Max in the music and entertainment industry. And there is I believe it's a 4 episode series all about Rocklahoma, the original one in 1980 in Norman, and then how it all began with the 80s festival when it first started back up in Pryor, and all of that. And we bring in the principal partners, Rob Miller, Max Baker Jr., Brad White, Jeff Brown, and Dina Baker, all of these people who were there at the time. They talk about the storms. They talk about the beginnings of the idea when Sharon and Dave came to him and said, "We're thinking about doing this." It's pretty incredible to see how it started to where it's at now.
Oh my gosh, all of you musical history buffs and those folks like myself who likes to follow those rabbit holes of where it all connects and how this came to be, make sure you check out my man Jay Ramone's stuff. He's got man, that's an eclectic mix of stuff, between doing the professional stuff for the radio. You've got a couple of podcasts and or a biographical type. Can you tell me briefly a little bit about keeping your content separate and keeping 3 different projects moving all at the same time?
It's kind of crazy, but my podcast is basically just a way for me to somewhere for me to put the artist interviews that I do. I've always, throughout the years when in radio, when you would do interviews, artists would come in or they would call you on the phone or whatever, and you would record a couple of questions, and you would replay one of the questions before a song, play another question, and then the interview's gone forever. Your whole conversation never got heard, and it never made sense to me. So now with podcasting, now you can just have a normal conversation. When it ends, it ends. And that can be the whole episode. And you don't have to chop it up. You don't have to change people's words or make it shorter to fit in a certain amount of time. It can be as long or as short as it needs to be. And you can use the radio station to promote that content and drive people to it, over and over and over again. And so that's kind of how it's all changed for me. Whereas Max's podcast, these are all real stories, stuff that he's lived through and stuff that he's done. So I don't have to, we're at the point now I think we're in 2008 or 2009 where I was there. I was present for these shows that he was doing and a lot of these stories. So I can finally contribute a little bit to it.
I absolutely love that, and that's actually very much of that is the reason why I actually fell into podcasting, and the show has evolved to the way it is. I get just such a kick out of meeting the storytellers, and I was always hooked on Behind the Music on VH1.
Yes.
So
yes,
you learn a lot about stuff like that. And Jay, I appreciate you stopping by. Why don't you remind us again, who was our winners, our veterans who won courtesy of Rockavet?
Nolan Mogg, that's Nolan, Nolan Moggg. Tracy Sanders, TracySanders, and Jerry Sanders, JerrySanders.
Congratulations to our winners. Once again, studio audience, give them a round of applause. There we go.
Jason, Adam, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, guys.
Yes. Now, Jay, before I let you go, I want to every time we wrap up an interview, I like to give my guests a couple of minutes or however long, an opportunity to directly acknowledge their fans, their listeners, whoever it is that they're speaking to whenever they do what they love to do. Jay, the mic is yours.
It's all about you guys, the fans. The show has nothing to do with me, other than being a fan of music just like you guys. You guys are the ones who go out to the shows, you buy the T-shirts from the bands, you go support them when they're playing live. I just get to help tell you about it. So you guys are the real heroes here, supporting these bands, going out to the shows, buy merchandise, do all of those things, and go see them as many times as often. Don't wait. Don't say, I'll go catch them next time, because you never know, there may not be a next time. So go see them when you can and enjoy it, and give lots of stars to Adam, and give lots of thanks to Jason for what he does. Rockavet does some big things, and you do too. So big shout out to you guys. So thank you very much.
You betcha. Jay, thank you so much for being a true professional for all these years. Your investment into the community and everything you do for all of us ravenous metal fans. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, from the Katt, the Jay Ramone podcast, and this amazing autobiography, Max Baker. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Jay Ramone.
Thank you.
You know what, Jay? You know what? I like to have my guests introduce the next musical number. Or I get the feeling you're familiar with Liliac.
I am. I've actually seen Liliac a couple of times.
Well, our next track, we saw him at Tulsa at the Shrine, and they gave us full consent to feature him right here on the show. So why don't you do us a favor, Jay, and introduce us to it with Liliac.
Here is brand new music from Liliac on the Surviving Rocklahoma podcast with Adam.
Take a trip to Cloud9. I like that feeling of euphoria. It's nice. Maybe I'm just stoned in paradise. My mind is pacing in this motion. I cannot stop it going over like a blind man seeing potion. I'm going crazy. I'm spinning like a carousel. Oh, it's just real, I cannot tell. Oh, my head is going everywhere. Oh, I'm spinning like a carousel. Oh, oh, now you're coming around again. I see you're sitting on the other side with me. It's dozing into a different fantasy. That's my kind of prodigy, baby. My mind is pacing in this motion. I can't stop it going over like a blind man seeing potion. I'm going crazy. I'm spinning like a carousel. Oh, it's just real, I cannot tell. Oh, my head is going everywhere. Oh, I'm spinning like a carousel. Oh, oh, time again, I feel like I'm gonna fly. Time and time again, I'll take off on my ride. I'm spinning like a carousel. Oh, it's just real, I cannot tell. Oh, my head is going everywhere. Oh, I'm spinning like a carousel. Oh, oh, carousel.
And that was Carousel from the band Liliac. Give them a huge standing ovation. Give them a cheers. You know, they freaking killed it on the stage at the Shrine. They were also joined by Still Knock and Tyler Perry of Shelter in Place, and we just packed the Shrine. For a Tuesday, folks, it looked like a Friday. So I want to give a huge round of applause once again for all of those of you who showed up on a Tuesday to support some locals, still knocked as they welcomed Liliac to the shrine here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And you know what, folks? We got some recordings of that performance, which means Surviving Rocklahoma is finally going to have some live from videos, which means we're going to have some performances live from the shrine. And going forward, bands, if you're going to be playing in the area, give us a holler. We'd love to tap into your mixer board and record some stuff and feature it on the podcast or through YouTube and all the podcast networks. Once again, email me, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. Now, folks, we've had a long show. It's been an hour, and we've still got a few things to talk about. We've got, you know what? I've got a swag bag. I've got another prize to give away. Now, this one, ladies and gentlemen, is coming at you from Camp Morning Wood. Now, they were the first winners of the Rocklahoma Campgrounds Map Best Campsite Award. And they are just, Lori and Ronnie, you guys are absolutely awesome. And the swag that they put out is, if you've got a off-color taste of humor, you're gonna absolutely love what they've got going on. They've got a cornhole tournament as well as a breakfast Thursday at 9:30 a.m. for all of you early birds out there. Now let's do a hashtag. Yeah, look at you all already throwing those hashtags. I'm gonna switch. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna switch it up on you. Because I already see you dropping those hashtags. I didn't say what it was. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and do a hashtag. Oh, I gotta make sure y'all's paying attention first. It's all right, premature hashtag happens to everybody. It's natural. It happens. Hashtag snuff the rooster. Hashtag snuff the rooster. For all of you Alice in Chains fans out there, you get the reference. Because all of these other big camps out there who wants to win this year's best campsite contest, they come to snuff the rooster. And we have a winner before the chat breaks. 1, 2, oh. Congratulations, Mindy Bohm. Let me see if I can get this in the comments before. I saw the name just right as it scrolled by. Now, remember, folks, anyone who is joining the live stream, especially those folks who... Oh, it's Brome. I'm sorry, I didn't see the R. Well, congratulations all the same, Mindy. Do me a favor and send me a message. If Lori and them don't get a hold of you first, I'll get a hold of you and let you know what you've won. You've got a swag bag coming at you for Camp Morningwood. Congratulations. Once again, reach out to Camp Morningwood and let them know that I called your name on Surviving Rocklahoma. We've got more stuff to give away, folks, and we've got a little show. I've got some talking to do that I've got to get done this week. We've only got, 2 more weeks. Campground's open next week, and some folks got to know what to do. So we're gonna talk a little bit, and in the meantime, let's get about 25 more live viewers in here. If you are camping out in the campgrounds, if you're going to be part of a group, a party, anything, This is your chance. Let's tag your campmates in the comments. Get some viewers in here, because at 120 live viewers, I'm going to give away a free portable restroom rental from At Your Service Rentals. So, yeah, once again, thank you to Brett of At Your Service Rentals for donating that prize. We got to pump these numbers up. We just got to get like 20 more people here watching. So if everybody in here tags your campmates. I see Christy's trying to get my attention. Let me see what Christy has to say in the comments. Speaking of comments, I see you folks in there. Let me not skip you guys. Lots of congratulations to Mindy. I see Darren is still in there, who won. I was trying to watch. Mindy Brome won a swag bag from Camp Morningwood. This chat is just moving so fast on my end, folks. I didn't see what you had, Kristen. Alrighty, folks, but we are going to go ahead and move on with the show. I want to cast a spotlight on a few things. First up, I want to show you the best place to get actual information on Rocklahoma. I'm not talking about what, your local super fan is doing. Let me make sure. I think I fixed this. So now I got a cool demo screen and you guys can hear me while I talk. Much better. Okay. So as you all know, this is the lineup, Rocklahoma 2024. It has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. Pre-party's going to kick off Thursday with Eyebolt. Also going to be taking the stage. Scarlet Rocks, Fester, Pussycat, and Tom Kiefer. Evanescence, Evanescence, Avenged Sevenfold, and Hailstorm will be taking the stage Friday. Saturday's going to be rounded out by A Day to Remember, Disturbed, Skillet. Saturday, Lamb of God, Slipknot, and Mastodon, and so many more is going to be playing over the course of that weekend. Tickets are still on sale. Demo, that's just their website, buddy. Do I not have the proper graphic? Well, here, let me see if I got the right. They need to update. But I tell you, the real thing I want to show you about the website is up there on the upper left-hand corner. You click those little bars over there, and it's going to have you a lot of different options. Make sure that you hit that info page, and it's going to tell you everything you need to know about the music festivals, including it has a link to register your band. Boys and girls, please do not put your wristbands on yet. Don't do it. These little things. You know what? I got mine. We did a live feed. For those of you who've never been, for those of us who go, that we know this is common knowledge, but if you've never been to a festival or seen these kind of wristbands, let me show you this little bead right here. That little bead right there is going to be the bane of your existence if you put your wristband on too early. That thing will cinch up, and you can't really loosen it without destroying the wristband. So, and I believe they charge you for replacements afterwards. And word of advice from the comments, do not put your wristband on the same hand that you file paperwork. If you know, you know. So, yeah, we're going back to the demo screen, if I can find it, for our, where I was talking about showing you how to get proper information, because there's a lot of bad information that circulates those social media groups, guys. Don't take the social media groups' word as that being what you're going to be told at the event. However, those of us who have been there for years and years and years can give you like the standard rundown of how things operate. But if you need to know what you officially can and can't have, That is on the Rocklahoma.com website. You click on the info tab. They've even got a couple of maps that you can see. There's including a festival map and a map of the general property. Now, if you like to go a little bit farther, well, you know, that's what this show's all about. Well, you can head on over to survivingrocklahoma.com and access the Rocklahoma Survival Guide. That's where you're going to find the campgrounds map, ladies and gentlemen. That's where you are going to be able to find a wonderful directory of all of the campsites. Now, I will tell you, it has some pictures on there of, you know, flyers and stuff. I'm not sure why it's not loading right now. There, no, that was Rocklahoma's. It was just there. Anyway, I think y'all probably just broke the internet. That's all that is. Yeah, y'all broke the internet. With that being said, it's not working. I'm going to have to figure out why it's not loading. But we've got a map where you can pull up the map. Yeah, it's just slow. Kind of like me. We do that. But yeah, there's also going to be a couple of forums on that Facebook page where you can submit your camp for to be listed on the Rocklahoma campsite or Rocklahoma campgrounds map. We are also going to be doing a campgrounds best campsite party, and I tell you now, there is no big prize. This is just bragging rights. This is something that is voted on by the people of the campgrounds that week, and that the ballot will be found on the Surviving Rocklahoma website in the Rocklahoma Survival Guide. Darren has done a great ballot, and that's where we will be doing the submissions where you can nominate people and vote for your favorite campsite in their respective categories. And like I said, folks, I don't have a big prize for you. If you would like to sponsor the best campsite party or best campsite contest, I'm open to that. Shoot me an email survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. However, if you sponsor it, you have to pull yourself out of it. So, I mean, it just wouldn't be fair if you won your own contest, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, the best campsite contest voting will open midweek of Rocklahoma. So we don't want folks trying to stack the votes and stuff the box before the festival until other folks have had an opportunity to compete, in that they want to be able to set their stuff up and show everybody what cool things they've done with their camp. Next rock is my 10th year anniversary of attendance. Congratulations, Creation Cox. This is my 10th year. This year is my 10th year. I see Jay has joined us back in the comments. Many thanks, Adam, for having me on your show. And thank you, Jason, for the invite to help me announce the winners for passes from Rockavet. So I also see Monty Littlefield, Heath Wadsworth. It's the... you know what? Speaking of, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't even touched on it. And I want to thank each of every one of you who are donating stars. The Stars Wars is in full effect. Unfortunately, I can't see how many stars have been donated while I am actively live. But what we have been doing is all the winners of the Stars Wars are eligible qualify for a prize at the end of the month. Now, all of our Rocklahoma passes have been claimed, but I still have 2 sets of Born and Raised Country Music Festival passes. This festival is 2 weeks after Rocklahoma. Our winners of the Stars Wars also qualify for that festival as well, or another prize of equal value. So congratulations to those who have won the past Stars Wars for qualifying. And what you're wondering what the Stars Wars is it's, stars are little bits of currency, the cyber currency. I think it's like a penny a star or something like that. But those things add up. Now, what some folks have been doing is they just like to see who can get the top of the charts, and this is how we award them. So those stars are how we fund the show and the production. Now, it looks like the map has finally loaded up, so now I can quit stalling and show you guys what I was referring to in this amazing map. Once again, I want to give a shout out to Darren Pilkington for all of his time and effort and contributions that he's put into this. This is the Rocklahoma 2024 Rocklahoma Campground map. This is something that has been going on for years. We just keep growing it and growing it. We want to thank all of our sponsors who've helped make this possible, especially At Your Service Riddles, Cinquin Graphics, Prior Liquors, Wines and Spirits, Rockavet, DEB Concerts, Big Ol' Bus, Rocklahoma Bitches, and photography by Angel Lee. Now, we've got a couple of things on this map, but there's also a spreadsheet, and it won't be as slow for you, but I'm live streaming, so my internet's bogged down. But there's a PDF downloadable map for you all to use, and we are also considering having it printed out so that we can have a large one at a campsite. If you decide to do, please let me know, because I want to make sure that we get Surviving Rocklahoma included and all that, so show folks where the big map is. But I've been thinking about getting the map printed out on a banner or something to think about. But, folks, we are, the show's running long. Let me make sure that I've given away all of the prizes that I have to give away. We are starting to phase down and dwindle down. 2013 was my first year. 2014 was my first year playing the festival. Adam and Raymond, I remember that. And we saw you playing out at the Access stage. And later on, that gentleman has won his right to play on... Dang, Adam, how many times have you played Rocklahoma, actually? There's Access. You played you've won the Battle of the Bands once. And you're now back for the second year in the DEB Concerts stage inside the Roadhouse 5 times. Dude, you are a true veteran. We're gonna have to talk about that when I'm in the media tent this year at Rocklahoma. We're gonna have to sit down with Dime Store Riot. We need to hear some of those stories. But you know what, folks, let's go ahead and round out the show. We've got another video to play. These folks have rocked the box. They have submitted stuff to play. They are catching on like wildfire in the area. There's a lot of buzz about Eyebolt. And there's a young group of guys just keeping the glam rock movement alive and well in our current times. And these guys are just such an experience to visit with them and watch them on stage. And they've got a new single that dropped last week. And once again, folks, here is Rocklahoma's own Eyebolt.
Dance
Once again, with Dance For Me, that was Eyebolt. You can catch them at Rocklahoma playing the DEB concert stage inside the Roadhouse Thursday night. They'll be kicking off the pre-party. We're also going to sit down with the guys and see what they've been up to in the last year or so since they played Rocklahoma, as we have been just getting inundated with a lot of emails and folks asking for more Eyebolt and wanting to know about it. So when you get that kind of response, you got to play them as much as you can. Christy says she's got 4 days to get her crap together for Rocklahoma. And you know what, folks? It's been a long day around here. So I think it is time for us to go ahead and start winding down the show so that we can get to bed early and start thinking about our Rocklahoma to-do list. But before we do that, I like to wrap up every show the same way by saying thank you. Thank all of you for tuning in to the show. Thank you for sharing and tagging your friends. Jay, Ramone, thank you so much for joining us tonight and representing the Katt and the local music scene as a whole. It's people doing what they love to do and loving what they do and doing it with passion. That's what inspires people, and it opens the gateway for other folks to follow that path in their own way. And that's what music is, just one of example of what passion can do for people. Now, if you would like for us to feature your music, well, submit your music. survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. Let us know where you're playing by submitting your gigs as well, and so we can let folks know where you're playing, and we can put your flyers up on the screen, kind of like this. Don't forget, the Equinox is coming up here at the end of September. We're going to have a lot of local bands, free festivals. Lake John Wells in Stigler, Oklahoma. This is free admission, free camping, and folks, the only thing you got to pay for is the concession and the food trucks. There's going to be some killer live bands. Also, folks, follow, subscribe, make sure that you support our page by hitting those like, follow, and subscribe buttons wherever you're following us, whether it be here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all of those podcast networks. All of those positive reactions matter, and it unlocks some really cool stuff for us to bring additional kinds of content to you. So with that being said, folks, on behalf of myself, my sponsors, my proud partner, photography by Angel Lee, and Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits, cheers to a happy show. Cheers to a great Monday night. And I hope your week is amazing as we get prepared for Rocklahoma. Cheers, everybody. With that being said, next week's show, we're not going to be in the studio. We're going to be going guerrilla style. We're going to be going live from the cell phone and the mobile setup. Next Monday, I will be coming at you live on location from the Rocklahoma campgrounds at Camp Mardi Gras, and we're going to do a live stream from there. We're also going to have a couple of guests, some musical breaks, and a lot more prizes. So be sure to support all of your fellow Rocklahoma camps and smash that like button. But until next time, folks, as always, please stay on the positive side of life and rock on.